Hey, I'm Tom Feldman with PlayCountryBlues.com, and in this Q&A video, we are going to be talking about being a musician and pursuing music as a professional career. Let's get into it. I'm Tom Feldman, and this is Play Country Blues. All right, well, let's get into it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And this is a bit of a different video than I typically make. However, over the last year or so, I have gotten quite a few emails from younger musicians wanting some tips about pursuing music as a career. And I've talked to many parents at workshops and different camps about their kids going into music as a profession. And so I thought I would address some basic topics about taking some first steps. So my first thought on this is music is for everyone, and anyone can be a musician. If you enjoy humming, if you enjoy tapping on your desk, if you enjoy creating sounds of any kind, you technically are a musician. So you don't become a musician, you are a musician, or you are not a musician. Now, obviously, the question isn't necessarily how do I become a musician, but it tends to be how do I become a professional musician? So the practical tips and advice here as to getting started is A, do you have the basic skills for what you want to be? I'm a guitar player. So if I don't know how to play the guitar, I have nothing to present to the public in order for me to be a professional of any kind. I have not developed the skill. And that doesn't mean that you have to be a master before you present your skill. You just have to have a basic level. And talent is not skill. Talent mixed with passion and time develops the skill. So me learning how to finger pick was the developed skill. I had the talent, I had the passion, I had the drive, and I had the time. It took me 2 years to learn how to finger pick guitar. But once I developed the skill, I could replicate that skill and then eventually monetize that skill. Let's say you have that in place. For me, starting out, I had like 2 or 3 songs that I could do. And in the late 90s, when I was starting out in my musical journey, the only avenue for me was open mics. And I went to 2 or 3 open mics every single week for months. And that led to gigs, which led to more gigs, which led to more gigs, and 27 years later, here I am. But the point is I had a couple of songs I knew, and I went out and I did those songs to where I could, and that was open mics. Now, this day and age, we obviously have more avenues. You've got YouTube, you've got Instagram, you've got Facebook, you've got TikTok, you've got all the socials out there. Take 2 or 3 songs that you have well enough in hand and upload them on YouTube and TikTok and do all of that sort of thing. Do the socials. But if there is an open mic in your town, for the next 3 months, you're going to that open mic every single week, in addition to uploading every week to some social platform for 3 months. And you might be going, well, why? Because in that 3 months, you are going to determine if this is something that you want to pursue as a profession. You are going to experience in the next 3 months, A, you're going to have to create content to give to people. It is extremely challenging to upload a new YouTube video every single week because you have to create the content to do that. And not only do you have to create the content by either writing a song or learning a song, coming up with a creative idea, you've got to film it, you've got to edit it, you've got to upload it. So many different things that go into the presenting of the music than just learning how to play the music. And the same thing goes true for playing in open mics or performing. You've got to get the songs together in a set that works, that feels fluid. You've got to perform those songs in practice to get them ready to perform them in public, which takes hours to do. Then you've got to drive to the place. Then you've got to sit and wait your turn. You've got to socialize with the other musicians. You've got to engage in the experience of it. Then you have to be brave enough to get up on stage, and you've got to compose yourself in a way that you're going to be able to perform and execute those songs. You're on that stage for like 10, 15 minutes tops, but all of the other social, emotional, internal, external things that go on, there's so many more things going on than actually just doing the music. And if you do that consistently for 3 months, you are going to determine if you even enjoy the process of doing it. Because the process of doing it and making the thing happen is what you're going to be spending the vast majority of your time doing. You're going to spend way more time doing the busy work than the actual musician work. Getting to play your guitar in front of people is the payoff for all of the hours you put in to get you to that moment and the 10, 15 minutes you're on that stage. So after 3 months, it's going to determine the next couple years of your life, because you're either going to love it, and then that's going to allow you to pursue it in different ways. You can then go to school if you want to further develop your skill. And going to school is an amazing thing, because not only are you able to develop your skill, you're able to develop and create relationships and connect and network with people that will pay off for you for your entire musical career. Or, like me, the open mics are going to lead to gigs, which are going to lead to more gigs and more gigs and more gigs, and it's just going to go on and on and on. And 27 years later, you may be giving the same advice to another young person looking to get into the musical field. Or you're going to hate every aspect of it. If you don't enjoy going to the open mic once a week, imagine doing that 5 nights a week. If you can't stand creating videos with editing and putting all of the processes together that it takes to upload a video, if you can't stand that, imagine doing that week after week, month after month, year after year. So if you can't stand the process of making and creating the content, this is not the profession for you. So again, you have to enjoy the process of making the thing happen. And that is going to determine whether or not you want to pursue music as a profession. So I hope that has been helpful to any of you who are looking to get into and starting music as a career. I'm sure a lot of you out there who are my age and older have a number of different experiences. Please leave them in the comments. I'm sure it'll be helpful to someone who sees it. And until next time, take care.